What does it mean to escape? Are you escaping out of the room or into it? Escape rooms. You get locked in a room and the only way out is to solve a series of puzzles. Sounds fun, right? I've been doing escape rooms for nearly a decade now, and I'd like to say that I've done more than my fair share. It takes me back to playing Zelda in my basement as a kid, solving puzzles on those massive early 2000s TVs. I've done a lot of these rooms, more than I'd like to admit, especially when I think about my bank account. And after all these years, I can confidently say some escape rooms are incredible, and some not so much. But what makes a room really worth it? I narrowed down to 5 key criteria that I use to judge every escape room that I play at. You can't talk about escape rooms without talking about puzzles first. I mean, come on. Puzzles truly make or break an escape room. They get you thinking outside of the box and test your observation and problem-solving skills. Let's see how good you are, cause why not? Can you get this 4-digit code? This would be a typical example of a lockbox puzzle. You'd see something like this in a room, you'd get a code, and unlock a door or a box. Seems pretty simple, right? But here's the thing about lockbox puzzles. They kinda suck. Okay, that's a bit unfair. It's satisfying at first to open a lock with a code after you figured it out. But after the 12th one, it starts to feel really repetitive. Finally, on to the next. Oh, come on! A good escape room has a wide variety of puzzles. Sure, maybe 1 to 3 lockboxes might be alright, but how about a logic puzzle to really get your brain working? Let's test it out. So we got our lockbox puzzles and our logic puzzles, but what about a physical one where you have to manipulate a hidden compartment or figure out how to unlock something by using your hands and a little creativity? Want to give it a try? Well, you can't. This is a video. What do you expect? The best escape rooms keep you guessing. One moment you're cracking a code, the next you're piecing together a hidden message, and before you know it, you're physically moving stuff around the room to reveal a secret passage. That's what makes it exciting, the variety, and I think that a great room has so much puzzles for you to play around with. Tell me, which one of these escape rooms do you want to do based on the premise? A strong premise pulls you in, builds tension, and gives you purpose to the puzzles. If you don't care about why you're solving the puzzles, then solving them just becomes kind of boring. Escape rooms are like books. As you progress through the room, you uncover more layers to the story, each puzzle revealing a new twist and detail. And like a good book, a great escape room keeps you turning the pages, making you eager to solve the next mystery. It's not just about cracking codes, it's about being a part of the narrative that makes every puzzle feel like it matters. And when you immerse yourself in the story, those aha moments feel earned. And that's when the escape room becomes an experience, not just a game. But what good is the story if you don't feel like you're a part of it? In one room you might find a bunch of random objects, outdated wallpaper, and a lackluster atmosphere. But in another you're surrounded by thoughtful design that pulls you in. A great escape room doesn't want you to solve the puzzles, it wants you to believe that you're a part of the story. The second you walk in, you just feel it. You've entered a whole new world. I remember one room where I was supposed to be in the 1920s, but they left the windows up, so I can clearly see outside into the modern city. It totally broke the immersion. But then there was another room where it felt like I was submerged underwater, trapped in a prison, and even at a haunted house, all without leaving the room. Immersion is what takes an escape room from just okay to something unforgettable. And it's not just about the decor, it's the little details, lighting, sound, even how the puzzles are presented, and how they fit seamlessly into the theme. Technology is always evolving. Look at video game consoles. Remember when the original PlayStation blew us away with its graphics? Fast forward and now we've got 4K, VR, AI girlfriends, motion sensors. Escape rooms are following that same trend, and tech is playing a big role in shaping these experiences. Gone are the days of simple locks and keys. Now tech can make a room feel alive, like it's reacting to your actions. Maybe you solve a puzzle and suddenly a hidden door to another room opens up, or the lights change to reveal a new clue. It's these small but powerful touches that really bring a room to life. And I know what you're thinking, but wouldn't this be a part of immersion? And to that I say, yeah, you're right. Technology is a key part of immersion, but here's why I think it needs its own section. Tech can transform the way you interact with a room. It's not just about creating a spooky atmosphere or a cool visual. It's about how the puzzles unfold, how the room reacts to your decisions, and how it shapes the flow of the game. Without tech, many of these experiences wouldn't really be possible. It's what lets the story evolve seamlessly, makes objects interact in a way that you can't manually do, and keeps the experience fresh with new mechanics. So while it ties into immersion, tech's impact is significant enough to me to deserve its own spotlight. I've done dozens of escape rooms over the past couple of years, and you want to know how many truly left an impression? 7. Just 7 rooms out of all the ones I've done. The rest? Pretty forgettable. They were fun at the moment, but they didn't really have that special something that make them stand out. So what do those 7 rooms have that make them stand out? It wasn't just the puzzles or the story, it was the moments. Maybe it was a puzzle that made me feel like I was in a movie, or a twist that caught me off guard in the best way possible.
What a twist!
Maybe it was something as simple as a well-timed sound effect, or as complex as a multi-stage puzzle that made you feel like you were a part of something bigger. Those moments stick with you, and they turn a good escape room into a great one. Those experiences is something that you talk about long after you've left the room. And let's be honest, those are the rooms you'll recommend to everyone you know, because in the end, an escape room isn't really about getting out. It's about having the experience you'll never forget. But it's not just the memorability that makes a room, or the puzzles, or the story. It's a combination of all of these criteria that I believe makes an escape room truly great. Perhaps some might be a bit more important than others. That's up to you. And sure, it's not necessary for a room to be groundbreaking, but when it's done right, it takes a good room and makes it truly incredible. A truly great escape room makes you forget, just for a brief moment, everything on the outside. It's here where you're fully locked in, you're fully immersed. You escape, just for a little bit.